What if the person you've been waiting for has actually been waiting for you to stop waiting? This video is created for educational and entertainment purposes only. The ideas shared here are based on publicly available information, historical references, psychological concepts, personal development principles, and creative interpretation. This content reflects spiritual beliefs and personal interpretations that may not represent objective fact. It is not professional medical, legal, financial, or mental health advice. There's a story that's been told in the twin flame community for a long time. The story of the runner, the divine masculine who flees, who disappears, who seems indifferent or even cruel, and the divine feminine who waits, who hopes, who wonders if he'll ever come back. But here's what nobody tells you about that story. The runner is not the villain. The runner is not the one who doesn't care. The runner is the one who cares so deeply that his own longing terrifies him. By the end of this video, you'll understand the divine masculine's true role in the twin flame journey. You'll discover the signs that he's finally ready for union. And you'll learn why the waiting has never been about you. It's always been about him becoming worthy of what you already are. The problem: if you're on the twin flame journey, you've probably experienced the pain of separation, the silence, the confusion, the endless questions that seem to have no answers. Why did he leave? Why won't he reach out? Why does he seem so unaffected while you're falling apart? And here's the thing that makes it even harder. You know he feels it too. You can sense it. You can feel his energy shifting, his emotions spiking, his longing pulsing through the connection, and yet he stays silent. This is where most people get stuck. They interpret his silence as rejection, his distance as indifference, his absence as proof that they were wrong about everything. But this is also where most people fail to see the bigger picture. The divine masculine's journey is not the same as the divine feminine's. They process differently, they heal differently, they move through the world differently, and what looks like running from the outside is often, on the inside, a desperate attempt to become enough. Why this happens? To understand the divine masculine, you have to understand his wounds. The divine masculine has been conditioned from birth to be strong, to be capable, to never show weakness, to fix things, to provide, to protect. And somewhere along the way, he internalized the belief that his worth is tied to what he can do, not who he is. This is his core wound, the feeling that he is not enough, not successful enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. And when he meets his twin flame, this wound is triggered like nothing else. She sees him, all of him, the parts he's hidden, the parts he's ashamed of, the parts he's spent his whole life trying to outrun. And for the first time, he feels completely exposed, completely vulnerable, and completely terrified. This is why he runs, not because he doesn't love her, but because he doesn't love himself. And here's something even more surprising. The running is actually part of the healing. It's the only way he knows how to process the intensity, the only way he can make sense of a love that demands more from him than he's ever given. The only way he can become the man she deserves. Real psychology, scientific explanation, and storytelling. The divine masculine's role in the twin flame journey is often misunderstood. He's seen as the obstacle, the one who holds up the union, the one who needs to be fixed. But the truth is different. His role is actually to heal, to transform, to evolve. And here's the part that many in the twin flame community miss. The divine masculine's healing is not something the feminine can do for him. She can't fix him. She can't convince him. She can't love him into wholeness. His healing is his work, his responsibility, his journey. But when he does the work, something remarkable happens. He begins to move through the stages of awakening. First, there's the recognition. The moment he realizes that what he feels for her is unlike anything he's ever experienced, that she's not just another person. She's a mirror, a reflection of everything he is and everything he could become. Then comes the resistance, the pushing away, the denial, the desperate attempt to return to normal life, to convince himself that the connection doesn't matter, that he can walk away, that she'll eventually fade from his mind. But she doesn't fade, she never fades. And eventually, there's the surrender, the moment when he stops running and starts facing, the moment when he finally admits to himself that she is his twin flame, that the connection is real, and that no amount of running will ever change that. Have you witnessed your divine masculine going through this awakening? Write yes or no in the comments below. So how do you know when the divine masculine is finally ready for union? The signs are subtle. They're not dramatic declarations or grand romantic gestures. They're quiet shifts, inner transformations that show themselves in small, consistent ways. Sign 1, he stops blaming. For years, the divine masculine may have blamed the feminine for his pain, for his confusion, for the intensity that overwhelmed him. But when he's truly ready for union, the blaming stops. He takes responsibility for his own wounds. He stops seeing her as the source of his suffering and starts seeing her as the catalyst for his healing. Sign 2, he starts doing the work. This is the biggest sign of all. The divine masculine who is ready for union doesn't just talk about healing, he does it. He goes to therapy, he reads books, he meditates, he faces his shadows. He does whatever it takes to become the man she deserves. Sign 3, he stops running. The running eventually stops, not because the fear disappears, but because the longing becomes stronger than the fear. He's tired of running, tired of hiding, tired of living a half-life while his soul calls him home. He may still be scared, but he's more scared of losing her forever. Sign 4, he reaches out. When the divine masculine is ready, he finds a way to reach out. It might be a message, a phone call, a comment on social media. It might be subtle, it might be indirect, but he will find a way to let her know that he's still here, that he hasn't forgotten, that he's ready to face what they are. If you're the divine feminine waiting for your twin flame to be ready, here's what you need to understand. His readiness is not about you, it's about him, his journey, his timing, his healing, and the more you try to push him, the more he will resist. So what can you do? First, stop waiting, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of living your life fully. The divine masculine is drawn to a woman who is whole, not a woman who is waiting for him to complete her, but a woman who is already complete and simply wants to share her wholeness with him. Second, trust the process. The divine masculine is being guided. Even when it looks like he's lost, he's exactly where he needs to be. The universe is working on him in ways you can't see. Trust that. Third, release the outcome. The most powerful thing you can do is let go, not of him, but of your attachment to how and when the union happens. Surrender the timeline, surrender the control, and trust that if he's truly your twin flame, he will find his way back. And finally, remember this. The divine masculine's role is not to save you, it's to inspire you, to challenge you, to reflect back the parts of yourself you've been hiding. And when he finally stands beside you, whole and healed, it will be because he chose to do the work, not because you forced him, not because you waited long enough, but because he finally realized that loving you meant becoming worthy of you. If this message spoke to your heart, hit the like button. Someone else needs to understand this truth. If you're walking the twin flame path and want deeper understanding, subscribe and turn on notifications. This video contains AI-assisted visuals and production tools to improve storytelling quality, while the script, structure, research, and creative direction remain original. The divine masculine is not your enemy. He's not your obstacle. He's your partner, your mirror, your equal. And when he's finally ready, when he's done the work and healed his wounds and surrendered his fear, he will stand before you not as the man who ran, but as the man who chose to stay. If you enjoyed today's video, you'll love the video waiting on your screen now. 5 authentic twin flame signs. Could this be my twin flame? Click it now and continue your journey. Check the description for more related videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.